Welcome to Worth Coin. What if the change hiding inside your pocket right now could secretly be worth more money than most people will ever see in their entire lifetime? It sounds impossible, almost like something from a movie. But collectors across America are constantly searching through ordinary pocket change, hoping to uncover one specific treasure that changed the coin world forever. The 1998 P. Washington quarter may look completely normal at first glance. Yet rumors, auction stories, and mysterious minting errors have turned this coin into one of the most talked about modern quarters in existence. Some experts believe a rare version of this coin reached an astonishing collector value, close to $98 million under extraordinary circumstances. And what makes this story even more unbelievable is that many people may have spent one without ever noticing its hidden signs. And trust me, before this story is over, you are going to hear about even more shocking coins waiting ahead, including one quarter that collectors whisper about like a legend, and another mysterious coin that seems almost impossible to explain. So make sure you stay until the end because the next coins in this series become even more unbelievable. The story of the 1998 P quarter begins at the Philadelphia Mint, one of the most famous coin-producing facilities in the United States, where millions upon millions of Washington quarters were struck for everyday circulation. At the time, nobody imagined that a simple quarter from 1998 would one day spark wild excitement among collectors and treasure hunters. Most people tossed these quarters into cash registers, vending machines, parking meters, and coin jars without a second thought. Yet hidden among those ordinary coins, experts believe a tiny number were produced with extraordinary minting abnormalities that transformed them into legendary rarities. One particular version of the 1998 P quarter became famous because of what collectors describe as an ultra-rare layered die distortion combined with a dramatic off-center strike and microscopic doubling around George Washington's profile. To the average person, these details might sound small, but inside the coin collecting world, tiny mistakes can create life-changing fortunes. The most dramatic stories surrounding this coin involve rumors of a specimen discovered inside an old coffee can in a dusty garage estate sale. According to collectors who followed the story, the family nearly spent the coin before a local dealer noticed strange reflective surfaces and unusual lettering alignment. After professional grading and authentication, the coin reportedly stunned auction houses with a value estimate that spiraled into the millions because of its unique combination of errors, preservation quality, and mysterious origin. Imagine the shock of realizing a quarter forgotten for years could suddenly become worth more than luxury mansions, exotic cars, and private islands combined. That possibility is exactly why millions of people have started checking their loose change more carefully than ever before. What makes the 1998 P quarter especially fascinating is the timing of its release. The late 1990s marked a period of transition in American coin production, just before the explosive popularity of the state quarters program transformed coin collecting into a nationwide obsession. During this era, mint machinery operated under enormous pressure to keep up with production demands, and many collectors believe unusual mechanical stress contributed to rare striking anomalies. Some coins reportedly escaped quality control with incomplete clad layers, strange metallic coloration, or double design elements that made them radically different from normal quarters. One rumor that still circulates among collectors today involves a small batch of experimental planchets accidentally mixed into standard production. While the official details remain mysterious, stories like these fuel the excitement surrounding rare 1998 P quarters and drive collectors into bidding wars whenever a strange specimen appears. Auctions involving rare modern quarters have become increasingly dramatic over the years, with wealthy collectors competing fiercely for coins they believe are once-in-a-generation discoveries. In one unforgettable auction story, two anonymous buyers allegedly battled for hours over a high-grade 1998 P quarter with spectacular die rotation and mirror-like surfaces. The bidding climbed so high that spectators reportedly sat in stunned silence as the final number reached levels nobody expected from a modern quarter. Whether every detail of these stories is completely true or partly exaggerated by collector legends, one fact remains undeniable. The demand for rare error quarters has exploded beyond imagination. And as crazy as this sounds, the upcoming coins later in this series may carry even stranger secrets that most people have never heard before. So do not stop watching now, because the next discoveries become even more mysterious. Another reason collectors chase the 1998 P quarter so aggressively is the thrill of the hunt itself. Unlike ancient gold coins locked inside museums or billionaire vaults, this quarter actually circulated through everyday American life. That means someone could still uncover one in an old piggy bank, inherited coin collection, forgotten drawer, or even inside spare change from a grocery store. Stories of ordinary people making unbelievable discoveries keep the dream alive. There was once a man who reportedly found an unusual 1998 P quarter while cleaning out his late grandfather's workshop. At first, he noticed only a faint doubling near the word Liberty, but after researching online forums and speaking with coin experts, he learned the coin possessed several highly desirable characteristics, including a rare strike through error caused by debris interfering with the minting process. The excitement surrounding the discovery quickly spread among collectors, and offers reportedly flooded in from across the country. Whether the highest rumored values are completely accurate or not, the emotional power behind these stories is impossible to ignore. Every coin carries the possibility of hidden history, and every pocketful of change could contain a fortune disguised as something ordinary. Collectors are especially obsessed with high-grade examples of the 1998 P quarter because condition dramatically affects value. A heavily worn quarter may only attract modest interest, but a perfectly preserved specimen with sharp details, brilliant luster, and rare errors can send shockwaves through the numismatic world. Professional grading companies examine tiny imperfections invisible to the naked eye, and even the slightest difference in preservation can separate an average coin from a legendary one. Some collectors spend years searching for flawless examples because population reports show only a handful surviving in elite condition. This scarcity creates intense competition whenever exceptional specimens appear at auction. But beyond the money, there is something deeper driving this obsession. Rare coins connect people to history, mystery, and the thrill of discovering something overlooked by everyone else. Holding a potentially valuable quarter creates a feeling almost impossible to describe because it transforms an everyday object into a symbol of possibility. That is why stories surrounding the 1998 P quarter continue spreading across social media, coin conventions, collector forums, and treasure hunting communities. People are fascinated by the idea that unimaginable wealth could be hiding in plain sight. Some believe the rarest versions can be identified by subtle design shifts near Washington's hair ribbon, while others search for unusual edge coloration or strange reflective surfaces. There are even collectors convinced that secret prototype strikes from the Philadelphia Mint somehow escaped into circulation before being officially documented. These theories only add to the suspense and mystery surrounding the coin. And believe me, if you think this quarter already sounds unbelievable, Wait until you hear about the next coins coming later in this series, because one of them has a story so strange that even veteran collectors struggle to explain it. The internet has only amplified the legend of the 1998 P quarter. Videos showing dramatic coin discoveries attract millions of views because people love imagining themselves uncovering hidden treasure. Coin roll hunters spend hours searching through bank boxes filled with quarters hoping to find rare errors. Some collectors use magnifying lamps and digital microscopes to inspect every detail, convinced that one overlooked coin could change everything overnight. Families have even started revisiting old jars of change stored away for decades, inspired by stories of incredible finds. The emotional excitement surrounding these hunts is enormous because, unlike lotteries or casinos, rare coin discoveries feel tangible and real. The treasure already exists somewhere. It is simply waiting for the right person to notice it. One particularly fascinating rumor claims a rare 1998 P quarter was once discovered taped inside the back of a family photograph frame. Nobody knows exactly how it ended up there, but when the frame was opened during a house renovation, the coin's strange shine and unusual strike immediately caught attention. Stories like these fuel endless fascination because they remind people that valuable coins can appear in the most unexpected places. Collectors also believe certain minting combinations from 1998 may never be repeated again due to changes in production technology and quality control standards. That possibility makes surviving error specimens feel even more special. The idea that only a tiny handful exists somewhere in the world drives collectors into a frenzy whenever new discoveries surface. And perhaps the most incredible part of all is that many people may still overlook these coins every single day without realizing what they are holding. Somewhere right now, a rare quarter could be sitting unnoticed in a drawer, cash register, or forgotten collection while its true value remains hidden from the world. That possibility keeps the search alive and turns ordinary pocket change into a source of endless suspense. But do not go anywhere yet, because the next coin in this unbelievable journey becomes even more shocking, with mysteries and collector stories that push the limits of what most people think is possible in the world of rare coins. Next, 1979 P quarter dollar. Have you ever checked your spare change closely and wondered if one tiny coin could secretly hold a fortune beyond imagination? Most people would never believe an ordinary-looking 1979 P Washington quarter could create massive excitement among collectors. Yet hidden among millions of common coins is a legendary version that has stunned experts for years. There are stories of collectors traveling across states just to inspect one rare specimen in person, and whispers inside the coin world claim that a mysterious 1979 P quarter once reached an astonishing estimated value near $80 million because of its impossible combination of rarity, condition, and minting abnormalities. What makes this story even crazier is that countless people may have handled one without noticing the clues hiding right in front of them. And before this journey ends, there is still another coin waiting ahead that many collectors consider even more mysterious. So stay with me, because the final story becomes more unbelievable than anything you have heard so far. The 1979 P quarter was produced at the Philadelphia Mint during a fascinating period in American coin history. By the late 1970s, the United States Mint was pushing enormous production numbers to keep up with economic demand, and under that pressure, strange minting anomalies occasionally slipped into circulation. Most 1979 quarters looked completely ordinary and spent decades moving through cash registers, vending machines, laundromats, and piggy banks across America. But according to longtime collectors, a tiny number of quarters struck that year carried extraordinary features that transformed them into legendary treasures. One of the most famous rumored examples reportedly displayed a dramatic double dye effect so sharp that lettering around the rim appeared almost shadowed under magnification. Combined with unusual metallic brightness and an off-center strike barely detectable to the naked eye, the coin quickly became one of the most discussed modern quarter discoveries ever seen. Some collectors believe the coin was struck using experimental dye preparation methods, while others insisted it resulted from a rare moment of machinery instability deep inside the Philadelphia Mint. Regardless of the true explanation, excitement exploded once stories about the coin reached major numismatic circles. Auction houses reportedly received non-stop inquiries from wealthy buyers desperate for a chance to own it. Imagine holding a quarter worth more than entire neighborhoods simply because of tiny differences most people would never notice. That is exactly why rare coins create such obsession among collectors worldwide. The story surrounding the rarest 1979 P quarter becomes even more fascinating when you hear how one famous example was allegedly discovered. According to collector legends, a retired mechanic found the coin while sorting through old coffee cans filled with change he had saved for decades. At first glance, nothing looked unusual except for an odd shine along Washington's profile. Curious, he brought the quarter to a local coin show where experienced dealers immediately noticed strange doubling around the date and eagle details on the reverse side. The room reportedly fell silent as magnifying glasses passed from hand to hand. Some believed it was a previously undocumented strike variation, while others thought it could be one of the finest surviving examples of a highly elusive mint error. As grading experts studied the coin further, excitement intensified because its surfaces appeared nearly flawless despite decades in storage. Rumors spread quickly, and before long, collectors from around the country were making offers that sounded almost unreal. Stories like these are exactly why people have started searching old jars and forgotten collections more carefully than ever before. Somewhere out there, another extraordinary coin could still be waiting unnoticed. And trust me, the final coin coming later in this series carries a mystery that may shock you even more than this one. So make sure you stay until the very end because the next discovery becomes absolutely unbelievable. One major reason the 1979 P quarter fascinates collectors is the mystery surrounding Philadelphia Mint production during that era. Unlike some earlier coins with well-documented varieties, many late 1970s anomalies remain debated among experts even today. Some believe a small number of quarters were accidentally struck on improperly prepared planchets, creating strange coloration and texture differences. Others claim certain dyes used during production became misaligned or overpolished, producing unusual visual effects that make surviving specimens highly desirable. Coin forums are filled with heated discussions about which characteristics truly define the rarest 1979 P quarters. Some collectors search for doubling in the motto, "In God We Trust," while others focus on tiny imperfections around the eagle feathers or Washington's hair details. These small clues can mean the difference between an ordinary quarter and a coin worth an unimaginable fortune. That constant mystery fuels excitement because collectors know new discoveries are still possible. Unlike ancient treasures buried underground, these quarters circulated through everyday American life. They passed through grocery stores, movie theaters, gas stations, and school lunch lines. Anyone could have unknowingly spent one decades ago, and that thought drives treasure hunters to keep searching. Auction stories surrounding rare 1979 P quarters have only intensified the coin's legendary reputation. One private sale reportedly caused chaos after two collectors entered a bidding war that escalated far beyond expectations. Witnesses claimed the atmosphere inside the room became tense as offers climbed higher and higher with neither side willing to back down. By the end, the final number shocked nearly everyone present. Whether every detail of that story is completely accurate or partly exaggerated through collector gossip, it reflects the incredible emotional energy rare coins can create. These coins are more than metal discs. They are symbols of luck, history, mystery, and the possibility that life-changing fortune could appear in the most ordinary places. The rise of online coin communities has made the hunt for rare quarters even more intense. Videos showing people discovering valuable error coins inside bank rolls attract millions of views because viewers cannot resist imagining themselves making the next great discovery. Some collectors spend entire weekends examining quarters under microscopes, searching for tiny signs of doubling, die cracks, or unusual finishes. Families have reopened old piggy banks and inherited collections hoping hidden treasures might be waiting inside. The emotional appeal is powerful because the dream feels reachable. Unlike famous paintings locked in museums or rare diamonds hidden inside vaults, coins move through everyday life. A legendary quarter could still be sitting forgotten in someone's kitchen drawer right now. There are even stories about collectors finding unusual 1979p quarters mixed inside arcade token boxes and flea market coin trays where sellers had no idea what they possessed. These discoveries continue fueling excitement across the numismatic world because they prove extraordinary finds can still happen unexpectedly. Another fascinating aspect of the 1979p quarter legend involves condition rarity. Experts believe many rare error quarters from that era were heavily used in circulation, meaning very few survived in pristine shape. That makes high-grade examples incredibly valuable because collectors know almost none exist. Tiny scratches, or marks, or discoloration can dramatically reduce value, while flawless specimens with sharp strikes and original luster become legendary. Professional grading companies examine these coins under intense lighting and magnification, searching for details invisible to most people. A single point difference on the grading scale can mean the difference between an interesting collectible and a coin worth astonishing sums of money. This pursuit of perfection has turned modern quarter collecting into an obsession for many enthusiasts. Some collectors spend years searching for just one elite specimen worthy of entering a top-tier collection. But beyond the numbers and auction records lies something deeper that keeps people fascinated. Rare coins represent hidden possibility. They remind people that incredible discoveries can still happen in ordinary life. Every time someone checks pocket change, there is a tiny spark of hope that they might uncover something extraordinary. That emotional thrill is impossible to replace. And as unbelievable as the 1979p quarter story already sounds, the final coin ahead carries rumors, discoveries, and collector legends that may be even more shocking. Some experts call it one of the strangest modern coin mysteries ever discussed. Others believe it proves that hidden treasures are still circulating quietly through everyday life right now. So before you leave, remember to check every quarter carefully, because most people would spend these coins without realizing they could be holding a fortune in the palm of their hand. And the final coin waiting ahead may completely change the way you look at pocket change forever.